Even the biggest cowards are starting to talk about MrBeast.
MrBeast messed up, big time. I feel like I wake up every day to new allegations against MrBeast that are somehow worse than the previous allegations, and now there are just so many allegations they're hard to keep track of, and apparently...
Yeah, this is how it happens. When things start coming to light, typically it gets worse.
The worst is yet to come. He is taking an astronomical amount of L's. So many so, the explosion of L's is so big, I'm getting hit by the shrapnel of it all. And
bro, you can tell that his audience is a bunch of 7-year-olds because he's using L. That's so cringe.
Initially, I wasn't going to make a mogul mail about the MrBeast situation. And that was for two reasons. The first one is...
afraid. And that's the only reason. He's afraid. He is friends with a bunch of content creators that MrBeast takes into his games and whatnot. And he's afraid to lose it. Typical.
Because I made a video on this channel about a week ago called I Don't Like This Channel. And in it, I basically talk about how I don't like doing drama videos. Drama videos do really well. They get millions and millions of views, but those viewers only want more drama videos. So I looked into more drama to make more videos to satisfy the viewers. And it's kind of a negative cycle. Like it loops, it feeds itself. It makes a lot of money. That's great. That's cool. But the viewers that come from it and the content that I make from it isn't something that I'm proud of or like. So I want to stop doing it. Over the past year, I've made half as many drama videos. And over the next year, I'll make a quarter as many until eventually I make none at all. But with this situation, it's obviously different. You know, not talking about MrBeast after he is the most viewed video on my channel. I've appeared on his channel like numerous times. I know the guy personally. People obviously want to know my opinion. But I still thought making...
and he's obviously afraid to give his opinion because, hey, if MrBeast invited me to his shows, I would not say a single bad thing about him. In fact, I would be like Asmongold. It's not actually that bad. The situation is bad, but MrBeast is all fine and dandy. Ah, the spinelessness of the YouTube creation circle.
Making a mogul mail might be a mistake because I'm biased. I'm biased because I know MrBeast the person, and so MrBeast as the owner of MrBeast the company, the malfeasance he's done, how he's treated his employees poorly. I'm coming in with a POV of what I have seen, which is going to taint looking at it objectively. So I figured making a mogul mail is not the best idea.
How stupid do you need to be to see something, experience something, and then when new light information comes out, you're like, oh, my opinion is tainted because this is not what I expected and this is not what I experienced. And you can't get over that hurdle. How basic do you need to be for that to happen?
Yeah, it's not like I'm hiding the situation by not making a mogul mail on it. Frankly, there is a lot of coverage on it. More than probably any situation outside of maybe someone making an apology with a ukulele in the past 5 years. So I figured all I really...
he has the classic open of, well, damn, a thumbnail is working really good, so you can't really change it, but you don't want it to be the exact same thing, so you kind of just one word and there you go.
Really needed to do was address this situation by watching like the Dogpack 404 video from the former MrBeast employee on stream, and then I could move on to doing things that I wanted to do, like gaming, playing Super Mario 64, enjoying the State Farm gamer hood, yada, yada, yada. And anyway, this led to what I would argue is my greatest title and thumbnail ever. Does MrBeast fake his videos? Kids discuss. And also led to my worst live stream ever. Because frankly, the live stream was embarrassing. It was me watching the video, like kind of just trudging through it, pausing, talking about random aimless shit, trying to basically get through it so I could say, look, I've watched this thing. Now can I please move on to gaming? Without actually objectively looking at what's being said and, admonishing where MrBeast went wrong and giving my actual opinion on it.
This is the type of person I absolutely hate the most. Literal millionaire, has literally no problems in his life that can be associated with money, status, or whatever. And still the only thing he cares about in life is just being a celebrity, okay? If people are mad at these types of people, they will do everything to just make people like them again. They can't live without the adoration about the spotlight being on them. It's pretty disgusting. And it's pretty funny how many things a person like this is actually going to be willing to do just to not lose. those people who watch him and adore him. It's pretty funny.
I basically wanted to just get it over with without actually taking it at face value. And don't also have to take my word for it. You can look at the fucking like to dislike ratio on that live stream. I think it's the worst live stream I've ever done in terms of dislikes. 53%. That's a failing grade. And it was so bad, in fact, this live stream I did was so bad. I took such a big L that one of the biggest ASM artists on YouTube, a quarter of the internet known for trying to calm people down and relax them, made a 15-minute video roasting me. This is one of the biggest ASMR YouTubers. He put on a fucking roast session. Got rid of the ASMR. He usually makes commentary about ASMR scandals, which apparently there are a lot of. I didn't know about all that. And paused to talk about me in the video's titled The Controlled Opposition to MrBeast. And anyway, I'm going to play a portion of it here.
Ludwig especially navigate through this entire drama and issue with the MrBeast company over the past few weeks has got to be some of the most insufferable content I think I've ever seen. And don't take my word for it.
Based.
Take his audience's word for it. Ludwig or...
And he's totally right about that fact. The audience was not happy. And look, man, I wasn't happy. It's not like I'm fucking looking back at that stream and I'm like, damn, kill that one. It was bad. This is fake.
See, you see what I mean? He's looking back at something that he did disingenuously, and he finds no problem in the fact that he did it. He only finds a problem in the fact that the audience did not love him and adore him and erect a statue in his name for it. Man, that's a fucked up person right there.
Fake. I just showed you the likes, dislikes. I don't know where this is from, but his point still stands. And Jojo continues to go on to basically say that, you know, I spent most of the video focusing on like a few points that were maybe weaker in the Dogpack 404 video rather than the broader points that were bad, like the illegal lottery or like forging his signature on different hoodies.
Now, instead of actually addressing the serious allegations to do with promoting gambling for children and illegal lotteries, Ludwig spends commentary towards how Dogpack 404 knew MrBeast had staged his 7 days out at sea, and how Dogpack could verify that MrBeast was on a yacht or not, which completely just...
Now, just to push back a little bit...
He's so right.
Here, I did have a conversation with Dogpack 404, the creator of the video. He turns out to actually be a Ludwig viewer. If you look at his most recent video, there's even a point in it where you can see, like, in the sub box, my little face is there doing the smile thing, and I am live at that moment. And so anyway, I called him on stream. But I called him on stream at about the 16-minute mark of the video, which is before any of the illegal lottery stuff. So when I called him, I asked about what happened in the first 60 minutes of the video, which the video is a slow burn and starts off with a lot of stories about things being fake on the channel and whatnot, which surprised me. Right? And this is the exact clip that I was talking about.
On the 4th day of 7 days stranded at sea, you can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But after a hard cut, magically 5 people are awake, and 2 of the boys have bright yellow raincoats that they didn't have when it rained on day 2.
And after standing the whole night, completely soaked...
You didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht. It's ironic because this is one of the...
And so, I was just surprised by this. Like, I'm watching this live, I'm reacting to it, I'm like, damn. I'm shocked Jimmy would do something that dumb, right? Like for a guy who walks around saying I don't fake videos, for him to leave during the middle of the night, go onto a production yacht.
I don't understand the idea of someone who says he doesn't, but he has said he fakes videos. This was one of the most non-things about this whole situation, the fact that he fakes videos. He has said previously, to my knowledge, that he fakes videos. If a video is not interesting enough, you reshoot it. AKA, you're faking it. If you're reshooting, I don't know, something like this, that still counts as faking. And obviously, if you're gonna reshoot a video and act like it has never happened before, that's faking in a sense also. And, well, you're probably gonna do some interesting bits again, so that's not even new, and you're faking that. Obviously, it's faking.
Crazy. Because I've done MrBeast videos, and in the ones I do, he doesn't let me fake them, right? I had to spend 31 hours on a plane crash that happened, and I had to sleep on a plane wing.
Oh, this is the stupidest argument ever. Oh, MrBeast doesn't allow other people to fake the videos, but he himself fakes them. How is that an argument, even? Yeah, if I was Mr. Beast, you would be... You would also not get to fake the challenge. Yeah, of course you wouldn't.
And so I was curious if this was either Dogpack extrapolating from the screenshot of them not being on the screen, that they obviously must not be on the raft. Where are they? Well, Jimmy's rich. They probably bought a yacht. Or if he had some insider intel. That is basically what happened. And this is where the initial allegations of controlled opposition started.
Wait, so he's just using this title, finally talking about MrBeast, but he's not actually going to talk about anything. He's just talking about how people are calling him out for not talking about MrBeast and being in his corner. Bruh, this is not even... Yo, are you kidding me? This is so pathetic.
And so for context, this is me having a call with Dawson, the Dogpack. Is you...
Okay, where does he actually talk about the allegations?
It's fine if you get a hoodie and it's signed by like Tyler instead of MrBeast, but you just can't have Tyler sign on behalf of MrBeast. And personally, I think MrBeast should do right by those people. He's rich, fucking refund him, right? And then the illegal lottery, the same thing. When people do illegal lotteries in the United States and it goes to court, what happens? They give all the money they made from those illegal lotteries back, and they prove that their business practices have changed so it doesn't happen in the future, right? You know, he might even be able to go one step beyond and not do like the shady cereal box thing where it's like impossible to sign up for free and make it a little easier on people. But what helped most...
Okay, so he's still batting for MrBeast. Come on.
Of all was after that first stream, I just talked to Dogpack offline. But talking to him online was a much worse environment than talking to him offline. And he gave me good perspective, which is that, look, I know MrBeast the person. And with my experiences with him, I came to the conclusion that, I thought he was a good person. I thought he was doing right by people. I never worked at MrBeast Incorporated. I just know as like talent on shoots how he operates. And Dogpack came with a POV of, well, look, dude, you don't know MrBeast the company, right? Or MrBeast like the
person MrBeast is the same as the company MrBeast because he runs it. They're the same person. The fact that he probably smiled and Ludwig's dick got hot doesn't mean he's a good person, okay? That's not how it goes. This is not how these magical things go. Ludwig is just probably an absolutely horrible judge of character because his only experience as a person is being an online celebrity. That's it. And everyone by nature of being a celebrity is going to be nice to you and all of that jazz.
CEO or whatever the title he has at his company. And the things he does there, they don't operate well. All right? His employees aren't being treated right. And that hits home to me. Like, I like treating my employees well. I mean, I made my company a workers' co-op. That is very important to me. It is not something that
I want to see when that company collapses. It's going to be hilarious. He actually fucking implemented communism, boys. What a time to be alive.
I take lightly. But I had to divorce the idea of like this guy that I knew and what I think about this guy versus how he operated in his company and the bad things his company did.
Now it's not the bad things Jimmy has done. It's the bad things that his company has done. Oh, and Jimmy's not the same person as his company. This is literally running defense.
Now, so that first video, that was the main issue with it. And that was wrong. It was a shit live stream. Anyway, JoJo goes on to then talk about the most recent live stream I did, which was reacting to the second Dogpack video. And this one is an interview with Jake Weddle, a former employee who became a contestant, and the bad conditions he had as...
Okay, so I can already probably assume how this video goes. Ludwig doesn't say anything, but at the very, very end, like last 30 seconds, he probably says, what MrBeast did was bad. He should live up to expectations or be a good person or something. And there you go. Is that going to be it?
As a contestant on a like 30 days in solitary video.
Ironically makes the take, Jake, who bear in mind at this point is sleep deprived, they haven't turned off the lights whatsoever, he's had no exposure to sunlight, has been in solitary confinement, has had to deal with awful putrid smells of tubs and dairy products and paint fumes. Ludwig actually makes the take that instead of MrBeast making the challenge for Jake to run a marathon out of nowhere, he should have instead made the challenge for, if he wins it, that MrBeast would actually then turn the lights off. Which is an insane, detached take to have.
That's just evil.
The pay thing makes sense. The bigger thing that they shouldn't have done is made him run a marathon and then kept the lights on. Like, that to me is the things that were wrong. So, yeah, just to be clear, I just said they shouldn't have made him run a marathon and they shouldn't have, like, kept the lights on.
Yeah.
Right? Like, turn the lights off, have some way. Because, like, usually in MrBeast videos, if there's something that a competitor struggles with, that then becomes the next thing he offers as, like, a way to detract money, and it becomes part of it. And it's what they do in, like, Survivor or other shows. You know, like in Survivor when they're not eating for a while, Jeff then comes up with a bag of rice that they play for or whatever that they can split. And so they adapt.
Oh, no! He backtracked. Okay, here it looked like good. Oh, he understands that, you know, not cutting the lights off and making him run a marathon was bad. And here he's like, well, actually, they should have done something more interesting. He's not even calling it bad. He's just elaborating, oh, they could have made this more interesting.
To how the person is struggling. So they should have done that with the light, obviously.
Oh, yeah, they should have. Dude, he was struggling to sleep, be sleep deprived, and the lights were a problem. Yeah, he should have coughed up 50% of the money that they were gonna give him, so they cut off the lights. That is such a ridiculously, insanely moronic take. Oh, nice.
And then made him run the marathon.
What's going on? Like, you can't even do this stuff to
that's so good.
terrorists, as they say in the video. How is this the take that you're making? And the comparison to, like, actually professional...
I don't know if the terrorist thing is true, it's probably considered a form of torture. I know for a fact that sleep deprivation is considered a form of torture, but well, okay, let's not get into that.
Produced TV shows like Survivor are inappropriate on all fronts because those shows, as I said, are professionally produced with a safety team and HR and all of these facilities to ensure the contestants are being taken care of.
Look, I am not passionate about this analogy. What I was basically saying is that they should have kept the lights off. They just should have kept them off at night, allowed him to sleep. But they made...
No, that's not what you're saying at all. You said they should have offered him to shut the lights off if he gives up money. You don't give a shit about him at all.
Made a mistake. They fucked up.
Oh,
so
no.
then they should have at least adapted, right? They hear this guy, Jake Weddle, the competitor, complaining. They come in, they go, okay, we can turn the lights off in exchange for you giving up like a hot tub or whatever. Basically like what they did.
Oh, and a hot tub. Okay, that's better.
In the other video,
to be fair, that is better, but man, that is also a different take from what he said now.
About solitary confinement, where they would give up items in exchange for money. You know, at least allow it to be a part of the contest instead of not turning the lights off and then also making him run a marathon, which several times I admonished throughout the stream because it's like obviously a fucked up thing to do. And the Survivor comparison.
Do you admonish it? We didn't see you admonishing anything. These people don't. This is not how it works. Okay, this is what these big famous YouTubers do. Okay, they don't talk about the problem as in this is MrBeast's fault. They talk about the problem and specifically remove MrBeast or anything from it. For example, if a fire happens and an orphanage dies because, I don't know, someone put matches to it, they're gonna, and it was MrBeast accidentally, they're gonna talk about the fire being a bad thing and that fire should not happen. That's how they handle these sort of things.
Came up because I know he's saying Survivor's professional. Some fucked up shit's happened in Survivor. Bulgarian Survivor, a guy died, and then they continued to air the show and showed his death on air.
Damn.
French Survivor, somebody died.
Damn.
They died. It was like a
good though, they're French.
25-year-old. They died because the conditions of Survivor are very difficult on the heart and the body, right? Even the most recent edition. But ultimately, you know what the challenge is when you go into it, and I think you can walk, right?
stepped away. I mean, it's...
I don't know what this is, but just from the context that we got here, I'm assuming that he's gonna say, well, you're getting paid, but, you know, you can walk away at any moment and it's fine. The dude literally needed money. I watched this video. The guy needed money. Badly. He didn't have money. He was desperate for money. I'm pretty sure the people know that when you're desperate for money, you're kind of willing to do a lot more things when you don't, if you don't have money, you're so willing to do a lot of things. But Ludwig, someone who is rich, would not understand that. For him, someone offering 10K for participating in a show like that or whatever, it's like, meh, I just want the exposure. You don't even have to pay me. That's how these things go. He's fundamentally unable to understand this as a millionaire because it's just, he's so detached from reality. He most likely can't understand fundamental issues like a person not having enough money to, you know, pay his rent and buy food and they need to sacrifice something. And the best he can probably do is paying rent should not be hard. Eating should be allowed for people. That's probably the deepest amount of understanding he can actually show in a situation like that. Anyway, let's look at what he says at the end, because all of these clowns typically just put something in the end.
Wow. So, like, for everyone saying I'm controlled up, I'm paid by MrBeast to defend him.
Well, you did a great job defending yourself and MrBeast from all responsibility of these things. Yeah, great video.
Just so we're clear, I'm now losing 100K by not defending him, right? Like that's just on the opposite side.
That's not how this works. You don't care about 100K.
Putting my money where my mouth is. This event's going to lose money. And I know you might be thinking, Ludwig, you're a millionaire. That's true. But this doesn't reflect against me. It reflects against Off-Brand. It's not a decision I make lightly. This decision impacts all the employees. And I'm not saying anyone's getting fired.
So the decision is so he's trying to tell you that whatever decision that he's currently making is going to be harder because it doesn't impact even him personally, but other people? Bruh.
Of course not. If we are over that cash low, I would make sure that I help the cash reserves. But it does reflect in the books at the end of the year.
Is Off-Brand the thing he sold? So, wait. If Off-Brand is the thing he sold and cash reserves, is he saying that he's going to try and prove communism works by supplementing it from the outside?
Year.
Okay, I don't know enough about this, but that sounds funny if true.
A company can only thrive if it's making money, if it's profitable. You can't be not profitable for years and still exist. And at the end of the year, we're going to be 100K down, which hits a lot. So it's not an easy...
I'm actually just going to Google Ludwig Off-Brand co-op. Oh, yeah, it is the co-op. Okay, got it. Google even instantaneously filled it up, co-op. Okay, so he's saying he sold the brand so communism can take action and finally work, and he's already talking about supplementing the brand with his money so it doesn't fall. Beautiful.
Choice to make, but I know it's the right choice to make, and I feel like putting my money where my mouth is should hopefully prove that I'm not paid to defend Jimmy in any way, shape, or form. Anyway.
Well, you passively defended him at the minimum. People need to learn what passive defense is. Passive defense is when you see something bad happen and you talk about it and you can't exclude any bad things from the person that caused it and you don't talk about it. And effectively, you just talk about how the situation completely detached from everything else is just bad, but how the person who caused it is not bad because you don't even mention him. Man, all Ludwig needed to do is throw in a little bit of that, oh, but MrBeast donates to charity! He donates to charity! He's a good guy, he donates to charity! If you're a retard who believes that, you have absolutely no right to complain about me because I, from this video, will maybe donate $1 to charity. Bam, checkmate, bitch. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye-bye.